All right. We are live on Facebook. Paranormalwarehouse.com.
Nice. And we are live on Mixlr, on mixlr.com/phenomena encountered. No,
All right.
/Steve Paranormal, actually.
Yeah, we don't have any like show music or anything like that. We just go live.
We just go live.
We used to, but it's just boom, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Start funneling
we used to have show music, and then we never redid it.
Our network changed.
And we haven't redone it. Which is something I should do ASAP, because I need to do the show music for the other one as well.
Well, now that you have your studio, you'll be able to do that, right?
Yes, now we'll be able to do that for both shows. Yay!
Wonderful.
Hey.
Yay! So how many people do we have people popping in already?
Right. Yeah, yes, we got like 65 people in there right now. And growing. Guys, make sure you share this.
Hey.
Hit that on your...
So how many people do we have people popping in already?
Oh, yeah, thousands now. Here we go. Boom.
Yay.
Welcome, everybody. Let me give some shout-outs real quick. Jennifer, Ronnie, Amy, Kristen, Larissa, Ashley. Hey, what's going on, guys? Kyle Smile, Sherry Liquors, Paul, Kristen. Man, we got a ton of people in there tonight, so it's looking really good. Make sure lots of likes, lots of shares. We have a really awesome show here set up for you guys tonight, and it's going to be really cool.
Oh, what happened to you, Dan?
What?
Lost you.
You lost me. I'm not lost. You're lost. Can you guys hear me? Michael, Dawn?
What happened? I lost you there, Dan. Can't hear you.
1 second. Is that better?
There you go. Now I can hear you.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
Well, my cord got pulled out from my chair here, so. So it is what it is.
What happened?
We're back. We're back.
Yay.
Oh, Shaylee's popping in the picture. Shaylee's saying hi. Say hi, Shay. Say hi.
All right. Hi. Hi, Shaylee. I can't see you, but hi. Everybody else can see you.
Shaylee Pickles. So, guys, tonight we have a really awesome show. I wanted to bring a team on. Well, not the team, but a couple members of the team. They had done an investigation at the house. I have Mike Hoover and Dawn Rogers. She's a psychic medium. I'll let you guys kind of explain a little bit. Welcome to the show. I want you guys to kind of explain a little bit about your team and what you do, and a little bit about yourselves real quick. And I want to go over some really cool information that came about from them visiting the Hinsdale House. Really, really cool. Some new up-to-date information for everybody that I told you guys we would have an announcement on the show of some really new and cutting information. And Dawn, the psychic here, after I saw their show that they produced, hit the nail on the head. So go ahead, guys.
Yeah, so we've been investigating haunted locations across the country for several years. We go all over, and so we went to Hinsdale, and we also did the Dunkirk Lighthouse that weekend. So we had a back-to-back. We don't normally do that, but it can be a little draining. But yeah, we go everywhere. We try to get the best evidence that we can. That's our number one, interest is that actual evidence. And there's a group of 5 of us, 6 of us.
Yeah. We like to keep it small.
Yeah, we try to. We don't have a really big group. We try to keep it small, because when you go into smaller locations, you don't want to contaminate evidence and things like that. So
it's a lot better that way.
Yep. Awesome. But yeah, we started with filming for our show last year, and so Hinsdale was the first episode, right? Yeah, Hinsdale was the first episode that we filmed, and we had a blast the whole time, especially at that location. So yeah, it was really cool. Oh, and you want to know what I do? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I do the psychic medium work, and so when we go into these locations, I try to give basically like an energy forecast of what's in the location, and I try to cover not just what I would consider intelligent spirits, but the overall residual type energy that's there as well. So I can kind of follow that. And so when I'm doing my walkthroughs at locations, that's what you're actually hearing me talk about. It's not just the spirits that are actually, you know, in an effort to communicate with me, but also the flow of energy that I can see imprinted. So, and we kind of use that as a jump off point for where to investigate within each location. Some of these locations are gigantic. So we kind of narrow it down that way, and it seems to work pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, Mike, would you say that your best tool is Dawn, then, when you go on an investigation?
Yeah. Well, usually. Yeah.
I'm a trigger. I guess I'm a trigger, yeah. So.
Yeah, it's really cool when we work together. We call each other ghost magnets when we work together.
That's cool.
It's a lot of fun.
I know the feeling. I work so closely with Chelsea, the psychic that's on my team. I feel like it's awesome for her to be able, when we go on an investigation, instead of traveling around the whole building, she pinpoints where we need to go and get the evidence. So it's kind of cool in that aspect. So Dawn, Mike, tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing this for, and what got you interested in the paranormal, real quick.
Well, I've been in the group since 2010. I've been playing around with it since 16, 17. But like I said, I've been in the group since 2010, and I'm a co-director in the group. I helped set up the investigations, helped run the Facebook pages, and here lately I've been considering to start building equipment. Me and Don have been talking about maybe building equipment.
That's good.
We try to get that out there, and we've been talking about a lot of things actually lately. Maybe try to get things going, but yeah, I've been with the group for a while now, and
I think that would be good. We need more people to build equipment and keep furthering the cause, coming up with new ideas and things. So I think that would be awesome. Awesome to do.
Yeah, we have a lot of cool ideas. It's just we want to be original though.
No,
there's so many people out there that's copying each other. We want to be original about it, but
true.
We don't want to go too far with it either. You know.
No, I hear you. What now? Where are you guys based out of?
We live in the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia.
Okay.
Ah, cool.
So if there's anybody that from the Virginia area that has any hauntings, do you guys do residentials or anything like that where they could contact you to help them out? Or
yes, we do. We do residentials on a case by case basis. There's kind of some things that when a potential client is talking to me about what's going on in their house, I can kind of pinpoint from where I am what's going on. And if there is a need, and there's something that I can help them either to understand or process or just double check, then we will absolutely check into it for them. I'm used to that world. That world is normal for me, but for other people, it can really be startling. And so I don't really feel comfortable just letting people sit.
Right.
If that's going on, So yeah, if we can help, we do.
Yeah, I enjoy that aspect. If the people need the help, when you go in and then they send you that message, like that one client, they sent you that message, and I mean, it's a good, warm feeling,
It's fulfilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Cleaning houses is something that's kind of like a touchy subject. But if there's a way that I can help people, then I will do my best to help them. So
and that's all you can do. That's all you can do. And if you can't, find somebody that can. That's the way I always work it.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of avenues you can take.
Yeah.
True. Denise, did you have any questions for them before I get into the nitty gritty of why I wanted to bring these guys on?
Well, I mean, I've been listening very intently to what they were saying, and actually, I just have one question about the residentials that you guys do. Have you had a case yet that like sort of stuck with you, or that you had to work on, where it took you longer than, let's say, just like one visit or two? Like, have you had a case, a residential case, that actually took quite a long time to, get to the bottom of what it was, that's happening, in the location?
Since I've become a member of the group, and since I've been going to these residentials, most of the people, I think that their issues, while true and definitely there, weren't something above what they could handle. They just needed some kind of guiding on what's really going on here. And then most of them were able to work through it and shift that on their own. There are a couple of people that are still in contact with me because their home issue is more of a psychic ability gone rampant issue. And so I'm working with them on that kind of a basis. But most of those houses are, if I'm going to clear it, it's pretty well taken care of. When I first started, though, I did have a couple of houses where it didn't really matter what you did. It would come back in a different type of fashion. And through my own research, I kind of figured out how that was working and started to help people shift emotionally, because that also helps to shift the energy in their house. And so that can take a little bit of time when you're having to actually work. And spirits can be stubborn too. So yeah. Yeah.
And I know what you mean about that, about spirits being stubborn and sometimes having to deal with it for, a longer time than you anticipate. But I mean, do you also find that the longer you do this, not so much the easier it gets, but like you learn and you reflect, like you take things that you've done in a past case and then you try to apply that. And sometimes, obviously, every case is different, so it's not always going to work. But I feel like the longer you do this, it becomes like second nature when you think to yourself, you know what, it's sort of like when you're diagnosing the problem, right?
Yeah.
Like you say to yourself, you know what, I think I need to do this, or you just already know what type of energy or spirit that you're going to be dealing with. Like you already know, okay, if it's going to be some sort of poltergeist type activity, or if it's just whatever it is, the more you do it, the longer you do it, the more you learn. And it also it just becomes second nature. I guess you could say kind of easier. And I'm not saying that it's an easy job, because it's not. I mean, I've been doing this for a while too, but you know what I mean? Like, it just people, like sometimes people tell me, like, God, how can you do this? How do you? I don't know. It's just you get used to it.
You do. You do get used to it, which is hard also to explain to people, because they're looking at you like, this is the weirdest thing on the planet going on in my house. And I'm like, no, this is great. Compared to last week, this is gravy. So, So they're all kind of different. I mean, we've gone in and seen, you see all kinds of different stuff. I mean, it's really weird, and it's an opportunity for me to shock myself, because I still get things and I'm like, well, I don't even know where that came from. But for the most part, a lot of these things will shift if the focus is right and if you work it right. But I have theories that there's a correlation between psychic ability and paranormal phenomenon, and so a lot of times I can shift what's there, but it's only a matter of time if they're slightly developed on that upper curve before something else comes back in. That I can't stop. I can't shut your light off for you. So. For those types of people, I try to teach them techniques to at least get it under control. But yeah,
that's good.
It's all different.
Now, a lot of people in the chat room are asking if we're going to be doing any readings. We definitely will. I I wanted to bring Mike and Dawn, and Dawn had actually said she'll help us do some readings tonight.
Awesome.
But I wanted to bring them on specifically because after I watched their video, I was kind of in awe. I was like, kind of like it was like a holy shit moment, you know, like, wow. Because I had just, I as you all know, I've been like documenting the stuff at the Hinsdale House, and just trying to go back as far as we can, trying to find out as much history that we can. There's a couple of people that were helping do the research, and there's a couple of people that did some research. Cassidy Nichols actually wrote an article and kind of steered me in the right direction as far as which way the history went, because I had some mistakes that I had originally had. So basically, it opened the door to research the history back to 1799. Selena Summers from Live Sci-Fi also helped. And why don't you go ahead, Dawn, and let everybody know kind of what you were feeling as you expressed on your video. And where can people watch this?
Okay, so they can all of the episodes of the Black Raven Chronicles are on the network's YouTube page, but we've shared all the links. So if you just go on Facebook to the Black Raven Chronicles, you can find all the links there, and the Hinsdale episode included. So they're right there for you. But yeah, so the first person that I actually connected with at the property was before I even pulled into the driveway, and which is always fun because you're not ready for it. And I pulled into the driveway and was instantly hit with a very heavy woman that her face was literally like right there. And the way that she came at me, it felt very much like she wanted to stop me from going there. And while I couldn't figure out why, I could feel how intense her energy was, how pressing it was, and how strong she was. So how set in that property. And when I was trying to engage and get information about who this person is and what her, why are you trying to stop me? The answer that I got was that she was a witch. And having conversations later, it wasn't her that provided me with that title. That title just came in as that was the title given to her. So, and once I got onto the property, she really kind of backed off from me. So it was almost as if I was there and too late. And but she was very strong, very heavy, and I could feel like she is not the negative energy that people discuss when they talk about the Hinsdale House. However, I think that there's such a high level of trauma, and she is so still ingrained in that trauma that whatever issues and I guess karmic cause and effect with her are allowing this other type of energy to be present and still exist. So they're kind of co-creating the vibe at the Hinsdale House. It's hard for me to say whether she was conscious or residual because of the way she came at me, and even residual energies will do that. Yeah. I wasn't able to really get her to one-on-one with me, so I can't say for sure, but she was definitely strong, and she was definitely there, and she was definitely given the title. Cool. As being.
So now that you've said that, I'm going to read everybody some of the information that we've uncovered, and it's really, really interesting. So I guess the biggest quest for me with the Hinsdale House is to try to find out what everything is, what is causing this place to tick, what's the difference besides from the inside of the house to the outside of the house, because it's different. It's not the same when you go outside to the inside. So trying to figure out what's making the property tick. We found some articles, and then in 1807, there's an epidemic in the region that killed both American settlers and Native Americans. It said that the Indian squaw had recently returned to the area of Heso, which was known as it's now known as Hinsdale, after being gone for a great deal of time to care for the sick. Simply stated that her loved ones would pass from the sickness. Due to her correct prediction, she was denounced by her tribe as a witch and burned alive. I mean, how pissed off would you be? I mean, she was like you said, she was given that title. She wasn't a witch. She was given that title, and you know, again, this is what an article says and what you're saying. There's 100% no truth to it whatsoever, but it's just kind of compelling that you saw that, and then I had this information, and I was like, wow, that's like just really cool. You know, like could that be part of the reason of why the property ticks the way it ticks? There's maybe she have some type of vendetta against the property or the land for what they did to her. I don't know, but it was just interesting.
Sad too.
It's really sad, and just it's another piece to the puzzle. You know, I feel like when you're an investigator, and you've been trying to research this house for so long, when you can kind of put even if it's a mini piece to the puzzle together, it feels like hitting a home run for me. And I feel like with what she said and the information that I have, it was kind of like hitting a home run, you know. Again, I don't want to sit here and say that that's why this is happening, but it's just interesting and compelling that we have the article, and that's what she felt, because not a lot of talk about witches, not a lot of talk about Native Americans, but she hit it on the head when she said that she was given the title of the witch, you know. Wow. And it's and I just really wanted to give her props for that. It made me a believer in her right away. And I really, really liked the group. Their product that they put out, it was very informative and very well done. And I hope everybody checks out your video, the Black Raven Chronicles. You know, I usually don't put a stamp of approval on a lot of things, but I was really impressed with what you guys did, and I'm putting my stamp of approval on it.
Yeah, I think that's really awesome, though, what the information that you gave us, and I think it's amazing. Like you said, that she hit on the nail. That's awesome. So I got to give you props for that. Wow.
Thank you.
I mean, that's like when you're with what we do in the psychic world, it's hard to sometimes hit the nail right on the tee like that, you know, and she did it. Right. So it's really cool.
Well, for me, you know, I don't get to know. And one thing that until you mentioned that article to me, like I don't get to know. I didn't even know at the time. I don't doubt. Right. Like I don't doubt my abilities at all. So and that's part of why I think I'm able to get what I get, because when it comes, I give it. I don't question it, whether it's right or not. I'm just out it comes. And so when we go into these places, and I get these readings, and I just spew whatever it is that I'm getting. After the fact, you know, there's evidence to review, there's audio to listen to. Like, I don't really go back and research what I got. Half the time I don't even remember. So I'm glad somebody was recording. And so I don't really get a lot of after validation of what I was getting, because I don't go down that road. And so it's nice for me to hear that something lined up, and that's always a plus, you know, validation.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Mary Morris says that your aura stands out as gold. Isn't that cool?
Oh, yay.
Wow.
Gold aura.
Yay! I'll take gold.
I hope that means you get some gold, too, on top of it.
Right.
So, very cool, very cool. Now, we'll get to the part of the programming what everybody loves, where we do, like, mini readings for people. If anybody has any questions that they need answered or any help with, we're here to help. So, if you missed the beginning portion of this video, you know, obviously after we post it, you can go back and watch it. It'll be on there for forever and ever. So
I just want to say hi to everybody that's joining the chat room. Say hi to everyone. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. A lot of people. Hi, Dee and Dan. Hi, Dee and Dan. Hi to all of you. We love you all. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. We've got some awesome guests tonight. Like Dan says, we're gonna get to the part of the show where we're gonna do some mini readings for you guys, answer some questions, and I'm excited because I think this would be a good opportunity to let Dawn answer some questions too, if you're okay with that, Dawn.
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah, I asked her prior if we could push her like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it live on air. You know.
I'll
Yeah,
do my
love
best.
to push like that.
Guys, let us know where you're from and what your question is, like the state or the city that you're from, and yeah, and then ask your question, and we'll try to get to it.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So start shooting your questions. Let's see. We got Jennifer Cassis. I went into my next door neighbor's house where his son was murdered. His mother and when I went to the spot where he died, I felt like something was squeezing inside my head. Was I feeling a particular feeling? Why was I feeling that particular feeling? My feeling on that, Jennifer, is that you've got some empathic abilities. So when you were there by that area, you were sort of just like a sponge picking up those feelings of what had occurred there. Just by reading your question, I just picked that up immediately, that you've got that empathic side, and it's pretty strong with you. You feel what those around you are feeling, living or dead. You pick up on those feelings, and I'm sure Dawn and Dan agree. Dawn and Dan, that was difficult to say.
The triple D's tonight.
The triple D's,
N and M.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, would you guys agree? Just by reading her question, I picked up on that she's got that strong empathic ability.
Yes, and another, I'm not sure on whether it's a residual or not. It feels, I agree with you, like it's more residual, and she's empathically picking that up. That's the clairsentience. But it sometimes I've noticed that with people when they're getting a spirit is trying to come through, you'll get a picture in your head, almost like a barometric pressure change.
Yes.
Sometimes that can be a signal of just simply being in the presence of a spirit. And if they were murdered, that's going to be a high trauma state, so it's going to be really hard to miss that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I would say it's a little bit of both there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's let Dawn hit this one. This one's from Muhammad Ali Kadiri. They're 35 years old, from United Kingdom. Female, wanting to go into the property business. She wants to know if she'll be successful and will her personal life get better. Will anything from her past reoccur?
Well, yes. Okay. So yes, the past is always going to reoccur because it's cyclical like this. But as far as the real estate, I want to say yes, but I'm also hesitant. So I think that it possibly could, if that's the focus and that's the direction that she's it's either all or nothing in order for that to be successful. Personal life obviously is going to shift if you're going to put all of your focus into business. It can take a hit. So you've got to find that balance and that middle ground, or it's going to be too much focus here, and the personal life is going to take a hit if you do that. So you have to, I guess, kind of define your idea of better. It doesn't feel better to me if you put too much of your focus into that business aspect. But as far as past repeating, the only past issues that you have to worry about repeating are the ones that you know are going to repeat, and you're anticipating that. So whatever that is that you're focused on, that you're worried about happening again, is probably what's going to be coming back up, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt the same way, like that she's going to have to find a delicate balance in order. She can definitely be successful with it, but she's going to have to find that balance in order to do so. You know, because there's certain things in her personal life she doesn't want to have to give up, but then she wants to be successful, and you gotta find that balance, and you can do it. If this is the right path for you, then this is gonna be good. But if it's not, and you put off for this effort, you might have to make some changes down the road. So, definitely. Chrissy Hazard, she's from Cheektowaga, New York. She said she's wanting to know if she's going to be a grandma anytime soon. What's your feelings on that one?
Oh, man.
You know what I do to my friend Bernice on Monday nights, too, after she answers these tough questions, which is really like a 50-50 crapshoot. I'm always like, boy or girl, boy or girl. Piss her off.
See, that's the funny part. Okay, so step A, I have friends of mine think that's, I guess, a fun, like a game to ask me what their baby's going to be, and I've yet to get it wrong.
Wow.
So when you're asking me that question, I actually had a niece born today, and so her face popped into my head. So I'm gonna have to say yes and girl.
Oh,
nice.
Awesome.
That may not have been the answer you wanted, though, because when I said it, I kind of felt like that resistance, like, oh gosh. But yeah.
All right. Mike Burton from Buffalo, New York. He wants to know if his room is haunted. Pick it up, D. What do you got?
I don't feel like, I'm not sensing like if he feels that it's haunted, I'm not sensing anything negative there, though. Like, I don't pick up like there's anything negative there. I honestly don't think it's like a badly haunted situation. I think that it's more, this is what's coming into my head, and I don't know if you guys agree with me. I feel like it's more like a section where it's like a passing by sort of thing, like where energies just pass by, pass through, nothing that stays.
Yeah.
Would you agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
and I also know Mike personally, so that's why I wanted you guys to answer first. But he has abilities, so that's why it's happening.
Yes.
He just has to come in tune with it, and he keeps talking about it. He keeps talking about trying to figure it out, but he's not acting on it. And he needs to go to some classes and maybe learn how to meditate a little bit better and really become one with it, and then he'll understand it a little bit more, for sure.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's why I felt like that, like things passing by, because it's his abilities, and that's what they're attracted to,
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Mander, she's from Dubuque, Iowa. She says, I am inquiring about a possible relationship with someone, and I'm searching for some insight, possibly. So she's looking for a possible relationship.
So between her question and what I'm getting, she doesn't have the relationship yet, and I'm not even certain that she's pinned who it is. But there is a connection that's moving towards her, and it's more along that line of somebody that's going to help her through something that she needs in this moment, and it's kind of like the perfect fit for that. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I would call it the perfect fit relationship, but there is that connection moving towards her question.
It's almost like it's going to be the right thing for the moment that.
Right.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. It's going to fit a need, but it's not a need that's like something
permanent.
That would stay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
This one is from Chanel Fletcher. She's from Green Bay, Wisconsin. She says, I have a guest causing a bit of mischief in my house. Can you pick up on who it might be? Mischievous guests in your house. How dare they?
Well, so it's funny because it's funny how you said mischievous, because I actually, for the quick first split second, I picked up an older lady, and this older lady is kind of like set, and so she's not really mischievous. You're just not doing things her way.
It appears mischievous.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
It appears mischievous.
it's kind, yeah, and but I think it's just an interpretation issue. But there was also male energy that kicked in after that. But I feel like the male energy is a little bit more familiar to her. So the woman is somebody that I don't think she knows and is more location based, and then this male energy is somebody that she actually
it's connected
knew
to
in
her.
his life.
Yeah,
Right. It's related. I think familial. And kind of feels like mom's side. Mom's side of the family.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess the solution may be to try communicating with them. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Let them know how you're feeling, and that if they're doing something that's bothering you, let them know it's your space now, it's your time, and allow you to live the life the way that you want to live it now. It's nothing like going in, like just thinking of my grandma, going into her house and like moving things around or doing weird stuff, how pissed off she would get at me. So it's probably what you're dealing with there, you know?
Right. That's exactly how it feels. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. This one is from Alicia Wardlow. She's from Cincinnati, Ohio. My dog has been going crazy, barking and growling and showing his teeth. He also shakes while just staring at the recliner on the back wall. Can you help me?
Shakes while staring at the recliner on the back wall. Huh.
I was trying to see if that was, the chair, because sometimes furniture can like hold vibes, and I don't really feel like it's the chair. I feel like it's that space.
It's the space, and I feel like it's, in this case, there's an energy there in the house that the dog is really picking up.
Dogs are in tune with that stuff.
Yeah. There is an energy there in that house. And you know what? I don't know if you agree with me, Don. I don't feel like it's a residual thing either. I feel like this is an intelligent energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like an older male, probably like 40-ish. And he doesn't seem to be real clear, conscious focus wise. So there may be some kind of mental instability there going on. But as far as like what I would call like negative or positive, I don't really think he's negative either. I would say that I don't feel like he's good for your space, and I think that's what your dog's up. So maybe just some typical clearing things like saging, some waterfalls, or
I feel like maybe this energy is an angry, not so much at the family that's there, but just in general, like when they were in existence, they were like, you meet some people that are just always angry or always. I feel like it's that. Not that they want to harm anybody, but they're just, it's an angry energy. And that's why I do agree with you. It's not good for the space there at all.
Right.
It's not.
Okay. This one is from Linda Knack Kosimba. She's from Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Dee and Dan. Any idea if I will retire soon and do something else? Would love to do card readings. Well, I feel like it's coming very, very soon, Linda, and I feel like you would be very, very well suited to do the card readings. You have an intuitive side to you, and I think that that definitely should be something that you look into when you do retire, because I think you'll be able to pass on a lot of healing to people that need it. And I know that's what you really, really want to do. So I don't know what you guys are picking up.
I do feel that retirement's coming because it's something you've been thinking about for a while, and I feel like it's getting close to that time for you, because I think you're ready for it. That's the most important part, is that you're ready for that next step.
Yeah.
And once you're ready for that next step, you take that next step. You put it out there into the universe. It will happen for you. And I really do feel, when I think about that, and I think about the statement, and I think about you, I think about that your soul, yourself, you're ready for that next step. I mean, just do it. Stop resisting and do it, because you're definitely ready.
It's your path. It's your path, and you know
it's time for you.
And it's time for you to follow your path and be happy.
Exactly.
Right, Dawn?
I agree.
Right, Mike?
Right. I agree. I agree. I think that card reading is probably really good for her because not only has she got that clairvoyant, she's got that claircognizance as well. So while she's reading those cards, if she just takes the basics from the books and just goes with what she gets, I think she'll, I think she'll be actually really good with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see that being a good fit.
There was one in here that was Jamie Roberts. He's from South Carolina. He's wanting to know if we can ask his guides who is attacking him at his house. All he can't see anything. All he can hear is kids laughing.
Oh.
Well, right off the bat, let me tell you, it's not a kid. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not. It's not kids. It's not a kid.
Sounds like it. Just sounds like it.
Yeah, but I know it sounds like it's him, but I don't want him to be fooled because it's not. I picked it right away. I picked that up like a red alert. Like, nope, not a kid. I think you need to do a clearing.
Yeah, I agree.
You need to do a clearing.
It needs to be done by somebody else too, Jamie, not just you. I was telling him about using white sage, but at some point you have to bring somebody in that knows what they're doing, that may be able to help clear it out a little bit better.
That can help you. Somebody, I mean, right away I got that feeling. It's not a kid. It's something trying to appear as something that it's not, and you do need to do a clearing. Now, I'm not one of those people that believes right off the bat everything's negative. No. It's not always that way. But with this one, I feel that hesitation. I feel that apprehension. I feel that, whoa, there's something lower level that you're dealing with. I don't know if it. I don't know why I'm feeling that tied to the land, not so much. I think something happened. Someone did something. Someone brought something in. I think it was unknowingly, but it's there now, and you're dealing with it. And you're going to have to do exactly what Dan said. You're going to have to do, there's white sage. You can use Palo Santo, but definitely talk to somebody that knows what they're doing to come in and help you because it needs to be done.
Push that sucker out of there.
It does. I wanna make sure that we put that point out. It does have to be done by someone other than him because
it does.
The frustration that this is causing you, that vibration is only going to allow it to continue.
Right.
So if you go at this frustrated and determined, like I'm gonna fix it, then you're only actually keeping things at the same vibrational space that it's absolutely comfortable at. So somebody that's not got that level of frustration and is much clearer and much calmer, that's unbiased, is where you need to be looking to get that out.
Now remember, speak to somebody, and I know. Somebody that knows what they're doing, because they'll try to approach it in a different way. And usually, when you use Palo Santo and when you use other tools that sort of help you change the energy, not so much, just sort of transmute that energy from negative to good. Yeah, that can be done as well. There's different ways, but you do need to find somebody that knows what they're doing.
And then once it's taken care of, you'll have a job as well to continue to smudge and keep it clear and keep a positive workspace. You know what I mean?
I agree with what Edward is saying in the chat room. He says, stop feeding it. Yeah, it feeds off fear. It feeds off negative thoughts. It feeds off, so there's a lot of ways that sometimes we unknowingly feed these things, and we feed it that energy and that strength, and they keep going. So, yeah, I do agree with him. And he is saying, don't try to get rid of it. He's right. Yeah, there's people that know how to deal with these, and you're going to have to just, research it, find help, actually find somebody that knows what they're doing, and stop being afraid, stop feeding it. That fear will feed it. It will.
And stop doubting too, because the reason that the kid sounds are coming in is to cause you doubt.
Right.
So it's to get you frustrated, and then it's to make you doubt, and then it's to get you frustrated, and then it's to make you doubt. So you're like in this perpetual cycle, and that's what you have to break. That's why you need that outside person to come in.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, and guys, again, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you're sharing this on your live feed. Hit that share button at the end of the page there and share it on your page for us. Appreciate all the support and love from everybody asking questions. Again, make sure you're letting us know where you're from when you ask your question. Just makes it a little bit easier to have people tuning in here. This next question is from Sean Lee Sloat. She's from South Wales, New York. She says, I'd love her reading, looking for a career path, if there's anything that you could help her with.
What was her name again?
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee from where?
South Wales, New York.
And wants a career path.
She's looking
Why
for...
am I seeing, I don't know if this makes sense to her. I first was seeing communication, but I'm feeling more so like I'm seeing like a health, but I don't know if it's counseling. It's like healthcare, but I see communication, so I don't know if that's a counseling. Maybe. Why am I seeing that? Do you guys agree with that there?
I don't know about the healing part, because I went into communication, and not even just the communication, but something about writing. That was the first thing while you were reading her question. But it feels like, I think the reason that there seems to be like this creative expression that she's looking for. I think that's the root cause here, is that she's looking for a way to creatively express, but she's got this, she feels blocked. Maybe that's coming from where she is. Yeah. She's looking to move, get unblocked. So I would say maybe try some meditation and just any kind of form of creative expression, and see where that takes you with your purpose. Like,
and I'll think about it. If we both were thinking like that communication, that writing, that creative, the healing. I mean, people do writing and heal through that as well, through art, through creative expression. So I mean, it could be all those wrapped in one. I mean, you could be picking up. So yeah, I would definitely. We both picked up on that communication and creative expression. Then I would definitely seek that way. Like keep looking for different ways to express yourself, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I always say people heal through art. People heal through communication. Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like it could even be therapeutic for you as well. Healing that you need. So try to look down that path. I think that's what I feel, and that's what Dawn feels as well. So yeah, there you go. Hope that helps.
Mike, what's up, man?
You still love?
He's like, damn. I wish I had a beer or something. His facial expression.
Good. It's been a long week already.
It has been, and it's only Tuesday. I just gotta make sure you're smiling still. That's all.
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
I was about to say, Mike, is that a real is he actually a real person, or did Don put a statue of somebody there?
Oh my God! Have you guys all seen the Griswold Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
So in Tonawanda, which is close by, my friend Jason Brock posted a picture of a house next door, and they got a mannequin with a bathrobe on and a hose, and next to the garbage it says "Shitters Full" as their Christmas decoration on their front lawn. So hilarious.
That's awesome.
They even have like the burned out sled sitting in the garbage. It's funny as hell.
That's great.
I was watching it before I come over here.
No shit, huh?
Yep. Yep.
Wow. Funny I mentioned that then. All right, next question is from Heather Burke Arvin. She didn't mention where she was from, but she said a woman died in her house, committed suicide in one of the rooms. She's seen her twice. She wants to know what she can do for her. It's different when it's your own home, but when you're an investigator. So she wants to know what advice you can give her to try to help her, the spirit that's in the house that committed suicide.
First, you have to remember that you can help if they want that help. If that spirit wants to be helped, if that spirit wants to move on to that spirit, then you can. Now, I don't feel like the spirit has fully crossed over yet. Do you guys feel that?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No. So there's a state of confusion, and that's part of the trigger, which caused that suicide.
Yeah.
That confusion state is kind of lingering, and so
it is.
So so the best thing that you can do is try to provide a state of compassion. This is where instead of trying to help pass her on, you want to be compassionate enough and provide her the space to do it on her own, because again, she's responsible for that. That's really kind of hard, because unless you're able to communicate with them, there's not a whole lot that you're really going to be able to do other than stay in that place of compassion and hold space. That's really hard.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got, let's see, Liz Brissette says, how will my 2018 be? Anything good? Any more babies? Thank you, from Attica, New York. Don, do you feel any more babies coming for Liz Brissette?
I think I'm all out on the baby tap thing. I didn't get the baby there, but I do feel like 2018 is going to be pretty good as long as her focus stays correct. If she starts getting back into the focusing on the things that aren't going the exact way that she wants them to go, she's going to kind of stall out. But as long as she stays open and positive and, bring it on type of vibe, I think 2018 will be a rocking year for her.
Can I just say that
Awesome.
I feel like a baby maybe in 2019 for her.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like I feel like 2018 is a year for her, and then 19 she's gonna have another one. I don't know. That's just kind of like first jumped into my head. It's like, yes, you're gonna have a free year to do stuff for you.
I honestly wasn't picking anything up on the baby. I really wasn't. I was like, I don't know, baby, and it goes blank for me, baby. So I'm not gonna say either way, because I'm gonna do, my Yoda Mooney always says, if you're not getting anything, just say it. I'm not getting anything, and write that when I think of that. But as far as 2018, I feel, yes, I agree with Don. That's going to be a pretty good year if you stay focused, because when I think about that for you, 2018, I think about you focusing on the things you're supposed to. I do see a few bumps in the road. That doesn't mean that things are going to go bad for you. That just means that you're going to come to some moments in 2018 where you're going to have to just be stronger, and you'll get through it. But it's going to be an overall good year for you. So yeah, just what Don said, stay focused and stay the course, and you should be okay.
Cool. You want to do a couple more?
Sure.
Yeah? All right. Let's do a couple more. This one's from Terry Williams-Mott. She's from Portville, New York. She wants to know if there are any messages from her father, who passed away a few years ago, or from her cousin, who was murdered along with her son almost 2 years ago. So she's looking for specific, her father or her cousin and son.
I sense around her, I sense a very strong male figure. So, but I'm right off the bat, I feel like that's her father. But when I picture it off on her right side, and I don't know, like he stands there next to her, to her right side, sort of like, patting the shoulder there. I feel like lately he's been around you more so than he had been before. And I don't know if he's been on your mind more lately, or if you've been needing that guidance, like you've been feeling lost, like you've been needing answers or guidance, or just you've been going through something, but he's been around you more lately. He's going to stay around you. I do sense that he wants you to try to stress less and focus more. But he is very proud of things you're doing. That's the energy I'm picking up, that father energy. I don't know if you guys are picking up on anything else.
I wasn't picking anything up on the baby or the cousin, just the male, a figure in the house. What about you, Dawn?
Yeah, I like that you said you picked him up on the right side of her, because that's exactly where he is, and that's exactly referencing her father. So that's who I'm getting as well. And I don't see the child coming through, but what I do feel like is that he wants to make sure that the impression is that the child is okay. Like there's no carry on, and so there's a comfort there. Like he wants to comfort her in that way. I also get that I don't know if he's referring to a name here with them on that side, or a relevant name on this side, but there is a hard C name like Chuck or Charles that's coming through, and I think you might be right with the stressing. There may be some health issues that are definitely stress related, because I keep getting told tell her breathe.
Oh, okay. And that
So-
could also be breathe, like take it easy, breathe.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Pull her out of that fight or flight that
Yeah.
is
That
giving
makes a lot of
us
sense.
anxiety. Yeah. So, like you said, it definitely now I feel in him more around her than maybe, usually.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I want to touch on one of the listeners that's in Paranormal Warehouse, Brandy Garden, in all caps, put, do you feel anything around me? And when I saw that, Brandy, just to let you know, when I read that in all caps, it jumped out at me. And immediately, I don't know if this makes sense to you, if you know who this is, but there's a female energy around you. And you know who this is, Brandy. It's a female energy. Somebody... Yeah, I think you know who this is, but it's somebody that you were close to, or this energy, this female energy feels very close to you. So there's a connection there, and she's there, and she's actually wanting to get a message to you. I feel like she's tried to reach out through sending synchronistic signs to you. Because I get that word, synchronicity, and whenever you experience those synchronicities, it's this female energy that's around you that's sending you these signs in that way. So pay attention and notice those signs around you, because it's coming from this person, this female energy that's around you, and this energy is around you quite often. Yep. Anything
Nice.
from you guys?
No, I agree, I mean, I would even farther to say that it was like a grandmother figure. I was getting an older lady. I don't know about what you were thinking, Don, but that's yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling.
Grandmother, great grandmother, but yeah, definitely maternal. Like it had that feeling.
Yeah, like a motherly, like really bonding type of feeling.
Yeah, and I don't
Brandy,
know why.
yes, it could be your mom. She says, could it be my mom? Yeah, I that's why I said somebody very close to you, female, like a motherly figure, very mother. She typed it in after I said motherly figure there, and she said, could it be my mom? I felt that it's somebody you're close to, somebody that feels very close to you, and she's around you. She's been sending those synchronistic signs to you, so just really notice those signs, please.
Yeah, the symbols are big with that one, and I don't know why I'm getting the Valentine's Day. The Valentine's Day, either the date and the symbols are both kind of hopping, and I'm not sure what relevance that has, but that's coming in as you're talking as well. So
Okay, wow,
Cool. Very neat. Cindy Lesko Sargent, she's in Iowa. She says, our grandson Gabe passed 5 years ago on the 8th of December. Was it SIDS, or did his dad drop him? I guess she's looking for, she's not believing that the diagnosis of SIDS, and looking to see if it was possibly something that the father did, or a mistake that happened.
I feel more like it was SIDS.
Yeah. I feel like it was, unfortunately, meant to be. It was his time. I don't think anything foul play happened with the little boy.
Don, what do you feel? Do you feel like a hesitation with that, or?
no, no, I don't feel well. Okay, so this is kind of hard, but I agree with you guys. I don't think that it was. I don't think that it was like, intentional or accidental even. I think it was more just a natural type thing. But what I do get very strongly is that there's questioning impression, like they're not so sure why she's angry. Like that's and they'd rather that she not be. So I think that she's maybe holding on to that aspect of it, and that's I mean, that's okay. That's natural. That's what we do. And so I understand it as a self. But yeah, I think that you could let some of that weight go.
Definitely.
And just kind of help that grief along.
It's so hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I can understand the
It
grief,
is.
Especially when there's questions in play. But yeah,
Correct.
let it go. All right, let's see if there's
real quick. Let me. I just want to touch on something. Brandy Garden says, this is the one that we were saying that it was her mom. Her mom's around her a lot, and I just felt that that's what's around her. Get this. She says, my mom used to have dreams, and they would come true. It used to scare me when I was young. My mom was very controlling. And the reason why I find that interesting is because if you guys notice, when I was telling her that, I just said this female energy is around you a lot. Somebody that you knew, somebody that you were close to, and she's around you a lot. She's been trying to send you, and synchronicity is all about things that make sense, control, and the thing to put you on the right path. So in the universe, it just makes sense that her mom was controlling, because if the mom is sending her signs and synchronistic patterns, that's sort of a way of trying to say, do this, do that. This is what you should be doing. This is the path you should be doing. So, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Interesting.
This one is from Seth Dickinson. She's from Denver, Colorado. I'm curious if ghosts can drain you. Every time I'm home, I feel myself getting depressed. Could it be bad energy? I haven't had the best experiences there in the past 4 years. Haven't ever seen a ghost, though.
Spirits can definitely drain you. They can definitely drain you of energy. Now, it also depends on the type of entity and spirit and energy that's around you. A lot of the times, if this is something, I mean, some people, oh gosh, we could give a whole 30-minute class on this, but it just depends, because depending on what it is, some people go through that. What do you call that, Dan? Oh, oppression, right?
Yeah.
When you're going, so it just all depends. And I'm not saying that's what's happening, but there are signs that could be happening. Now, it could also just be an energy drain if you are very empathic and you're picking up on the energy around you. It could drain you that way. So it just depends, what is it that's going on. But yeah, the spirits can definitely drain you in different. There's different ways that they do it. It could be through an oppression. You can go into a depression, or it could just be you're not oppressed or depressed. It's just you're empathic, and that's how there's so many different aspects to that. So yeah, it's like a whole different hour show.
Right.
For sure.
Right. I agree that there's that empathic kind of like overload, and that's what's causing that fatigue. But there's also some issues, and there's that little trigger in her question about things haven't been good for the past couple of years. So when we talk about negative energy in our homes and whatnot, not all the time is that spirit related. Energy can be stagnant and get stuck, especially that heavy negative dense stuff. So while I don't know what kind of background you have or whatever, but I would highly suggest that you do something like get a feng shui book, or move this stuff around, get a different flow so that you can get some of that old energy to release and move. And that way your starting point is closer to comfortable to you, instead of just being in that bog space from an energetic standpoint. So that's what I'm getting.
No, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. It's definitely that, especially like you said, that trigger in her question. Things haven't been for a while. Good, good for her for a while. There's that. It's you got to do that clearing. So, we have to do that upkeep and clearing of our space, and so that feng shui book idea is definitely a good one, because sometimes we do have to clear our space and whatnot.
Yep. Oh, there's the new puppy.
Yeah, look, guys, I want to show. This is Stephen Osiris. That's his name. We
What?
just adopted him. Stephen Osiris.
Stephen Osiris. That's a long name for a dog.
His full name is Stephen Osiris Garcia Moon.
Well, he looks like the type of dog you can put like a little beret cap on him with a cigar. I like that name.
Yeah, Stephen Osiris Garcia Moon. Yeah, look at him.
Look at his eyebrows. They're like puffy Scottish eyebrows on him. So cute.
We adopted him. Chris and I and the kids. We went to the animal shelter last week on Thursday, and he chose us. We walked into the puppy room, and he started just wailing, "Arr, arr, arr," till we took him out, and then that was it. Yeah, that was it. And today he had they don't let you take them without their surgery, so he had his surgery today, and then we brought him home, and he's been a good boy all day. Look at him.
He's cute.
He is. Oh. So yeah, that's my new baby. Yeah. I just wanted to show him. I wanted to show the world my new baby. All right, putting him back. Oops, he's getting. Hold on, let me get him. All right, there he is. Okay, I'm back, guys.
The voice from underneath the table.
Yep.
All right, how many more you guys want to do?
What do you say? Let's do 2 more.
Okay.
All right. Jason Marble from Pembroke, New York. He says, I've been feeling a strong drive lately to change jobs. Do you see a possible change coming? Thank you. Now, I know Jason, so I'm not going to put my 2 cents in, but you guys can go at him.
Okay, Don, let me hear, because mine, I was just with Stephen Osiris, and I didn't focus, so I'm going to let you take this one.
Okay, so I'm going to put it like this. If you're feeling a strong draw to change jobs, if you don't, that draw will only get worse. Like, that part's not just going to subside. Like, this isn't being like you're trying to fix. I think that you want that change for whatever reason. I feel like that's probably a good idea. I don't necessarily feel it real quick though. Like I don't see him just like boom, there he is. It's not like a yes or no and then go get it. I think there's going to be a little bit of a shifting period there, but I think the answer is ultimately yes.
Awesome.
Good deal. Let's see here. I'll pick the last one here. Oh, Alicia Cooper. She's from Austin, Texas. She says, been waking up lately between 12 to 4 a.m. And the dog is as well. I know someone is there, and I feel it strongly. Can y'all please help to find out who it is and what it's wanting from me?
Don, do you get family? I feel like it's family, like it's connected.
I like that you said family and not just a single person, because I feel like there's more than one that's doing this.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like they're coming in droves, and I think that's a little bit of twofold, probably because that's the best opportunity for them to get to her. But I also feel like she's just dropping into that right sleep state. And that's kind of like that where she's shifting back and forth into theta. That's kind of like the magic where it happens. So, but I think there's something relevant about the time frame too. So that may be able to hone you in on who and what, if you can try to figure out like how it's relevant to that particular time frame. So, in the middle of the night like that. But yeah, I do feel like it's probably familial, like very, very reminiscent to her, but also more than one. I get the impression that it's definitely more than one.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I said family, because I felt like I couldn't pinpoint just one. It was definitely a group, you know? Like
yeah,
I said,
no reason to be scared or anything. I mean, it's just, they're just checking out.
Yeah, it's still frustrating though.
It is.
I like my sleep. So
Especially
so
especially when you want to sleep, you know.
Right. So that's a little frustrating, but yeah, just acknowledging that you are now aware, and maybe to try to figure it out or work it out. I wouldn't stress too hard on it, but just a little bit of acknowledgement to them, and you can go so far as to ask them if they, if they really like to communicate with you or be with you, to do it while you're awake. There's nothing wrong with that.
Just for Alicia, I wanted to pick a card too, and then. The one that popped up for her was the Angel Over Me card for on my Oracle deck.
Wow.
And it says it's a protection card, and it's angel wings surround you, trust, replace fear with love. So if you're scared, you are eternally held safe within the arms of an angel, meaning that's the family around you. So that's kind of it's weird how the cards.
Oh my gosh, Daniel! Look what I just pulled.
Family.
The family card. What are we talking about? That this is family around you. Daniel pulls the angel. You don't have to be scared that it's family around you. I pull the family. So that's a confirmation that there's, that you have that family around you. And when this one comes out, it just says that there's a situation rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. So there's some situation. There's a reason why they're all around you right now. It's a situation rooted in an emotional situation with a family member. So pay attention. I think all this is going to make sense to you very soon is the feeling I'm getting. But you don't have to be scared.
No. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thank you so much, Mike and Dawn, for jumping on our show. And Dawn, thanks for helping us with the readings.